when I realized that Papaji was my teacher, and there really was a moment, a moment of looking at his image and realizing this is my teacher, and I need to go to India to see him. So after I realized that Papaji is my teacher and that I have to go to India to see him, I began to have reasons why not to go. Reasons about things I haven't done in life, things that I might still have to do. Maybe I need to get married, maybe I need to have children, maybe I need to do some other things, and then maybe then I can follow that movement from within. And after a couple of days of that, Papaji came in a dream. And he came as his younger self, which I didn't recognize at first because these images were not so, the pictures of him as his younger self were not so wildly visible. And he came in a dream and he handed me a yellow rose. And he said to me, cut through the dream. You know, and that really reinforced and reaffirmed what I really knew already. Papaji is my teacher, I have to go to India, and ultimately freedom is my final destination. You know, reasons are often what we listen to, even though we know what is true in a moment. You know, there's another statement that Papaji used to tell us. Truth exalts a holy person. Truth chooses a holy person. And when we hear that word holy again, we might have misunderstandings and images of what it means. But the meaning of that was, truth chooses the person that chooses truth for the sake of truth alone. So the moment we are really willing to give ourselves to that, to give our full attention to our true nature, to choose truth, not because we want something, not because we want to become something, not because we want to feel better or we expect certain things to happen, but for the sake of truth alone. Choose truth just for the sake of truth alone. And you know, sometimes that's easier said than done. You know, I always say it's very, very simple. It's not always easy. That's why I also speak about the nervous system and brain, about the capacity of the nervous system to be here, and about our ability to experience what arises. And yet, you know, in that clarity of knowing, you know, this is what I want. This is my final destination. This is where things are moving. I want to support you in that. I want, when we spend our time together, support you in realizing what the choice really is, realizing what the movement within really is, and in following that movement. Because for all of us, you know, presence, truth is already here. And I also like to say, truth, presence, freedom, our true nature, always here. And always here forever. That means forever, that is our final destination. So I'm very much looking forward to our time together, and I'm curious about what is your experience of that, Please share your thoughts, share your comments, subscribe and like and share. And I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.